We have to get a handle on the indoor humidity. Oh, it broke! It's soaking wet and moldy.
What we're dealing with here is insulation.
Welcome to our channel. I'm Kathy and that's Rich, and we're building an off-grid earth-sheltered house here in the Adirondacks. The deep freeze last week caused a lot of moisture problems for us here in the dome, so we decided to move the ERV to the front of the long list in the hopes that it will help keep the condensation under control. Along the way, we play a little game of Name That Song. We hope you enjoy. And a disclaimer notice, we cannot be held liable to you for any damage to your hearing due to our singing. It's crazy.
Come look at my mock-up. I don't know if it's going to work out. Come on. So you can see, just by putting a bunch of elbows together, if you go up and then over and then across, I'm above the joist. See, this is why I have to try different things, because I had it a different way, then the other way. I want to know what works the best for us.
We'll be back.
Okay.
And look outside. It's snowing again, honey.
We come from the land of the ice and snow. Kathy and I decided that this was probably not the way to go. Definitely get this out and do something different. That'll save all these elbows, Kathy. Take this piece down too.
Flex pipe.
Flex pipe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll need you to hold on to the end of that with two hands. Right, like that. And let's just pull it out and see how far.
Oh, it broke!
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, Kathy.
I didn't do it.
I guess we were pulling too hard, too fast.
It's gentle.
Yeah, 6 inches by 8 feet.
8 feet is a bit of a stretch. Dents really easily. Bunch of baloney how that came off like that.
Stay. In here like edge. This. Like this. We learn as we go. Just to help it from tearing. This is the worst take ever. Could stretch it a little further if I have to.
All right. That's it for today. The humidity in here is 67%. The humidity in the bedroom is about 65, 66%. We have to get a handle on the indoor humidity. The ERV unit, if we can get that up and running, will definitely help with that problem. We keep getting a puddle of water on the floor, and we were chasing it to see where it was coming from. We thought maybe it was coming up from underground through the hole that the well pipe is in. We ruled that out. We thought it was coming in from outside through a crack or something. We've ruled that out. We thought it was dripping down from upstairs, but upstairs is dry, so we ruled that out. There's no leaks in any of the heater pipes or the water pipes. We've ruled that out. We just can't seem to figure out where it's coming from. So Richie has some of the wire that we use for the thermostat. One of our viewers recommended that we move the thermostat from an area where the wood stove can affect it. We kind of thought it was a good thing that the wood stove affected it, but what it was doing is it's making our bedroom really cold because the heat doesn't go on at all. So we're gonna move the thermostat.
Why does the thermostat not go on at all? Because of the wood stove, right? Did you say that already?
Literally standing right here with you standing right there. I said that, Rich. Do you want me to share that with our viewers, that you never listen to a word I say?
You know,
yes.
Kathy said that there's two major points that annoy her about me. One is I never listen. And the other, something else.
It's... Anyway, what we're going to try and do is put that thermostat into our bedroom and set the thermostat in the bedroom to 60, which is where we really want it to be. And we're hoping that because the bedroom is small and insulated, it'll heat up pretty quickly and it'll actually work better that way for us.
Work like a thermostat should.
Yeah. That's like an eyeglass screwdriver. It's itsy bitsy.
Oh,
itty
I know.
bitty, teeny weeny, yellow polka dot bikini.
Just remember that the white wire goes on the W and the red wire goes on the RH.
And do you think that will be hard to remember? Oh, it's really dark in here.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Which wire was it?
Which wire was it? Stop.
I'm just playing with you, honey.
I know.
You know. Hang on.
But you got it all hooked up. The temperature is 58 and I set it to 60, so the heat turned on. And it's firing up.
Whoa.
What happened? Scared the crap out of me, honey.
Well, I thought I broke the light.
Oh. I think the thermostat in there is going to make a big difference.
Well, it'll definitely make better
For us.
sense for us sleeping.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll do for the dome, though.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to label them suck and blow.
Push.
Push it.
Push it real good. So the bedroom is maintaining a really comfortable temperature now. The dome in the middle of the night got down to 49 degrees. We just threw some more wood on. So I think this is the answer for us. Rich and I were just upstairs planning out where the fresh air intake and the second floor bathroom venting is going to go through the wall. And we made a very upsetting discovery. The bathroom venting is going to come up here, right? And then go out here and then up through the roof. And then we had to come on this side to see where the fresh air is going to come in through the bottom. And we pulled away some of the insulation, and the entire exterior wall is soaking wet and moldy. Can we look on the other side and see if the same thing is happening?
Wet.
Is it not moldy though? Is it?
It's getting there.
Oh my gosh. Why? Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, it's so bad. I just want to cry right now.
Big girls, don't cry.
Well, true to form, Rich and I were planning out the ERV pipes, and we came across another dilemma. The pipe for the exhaust is fine, no problem. This is the fresh air to the house, and that has to come and go along that wall there and then go into the pantry and upstairs. The sucker is going to come up, go across here, run along here, and then go in. So the blower has to be on the left and the sucker has to be on the right. Unfortunately, in the pantry and upstairs, we did it so the sucker's on the left and the blower's on the right. We came up with a plan that we're pretty sure will work, but again, it requires us to undo something we already did and, of course, redo it. So this outside pipe here is the blower, and that inside pipe is the sucker. We now have to switch where they go down.
Sucker. I have to cut this back a little bit and make an elbow going right down here. This is now going to become my blower, so I can't make the blower until I make the sucker. This one blows, and this one sucks. All right, I give up for today.
And that's what we just noticed. We went grocery shopping, we got back, and the wind that was so bad blew the tarp off the utility room. So there is now no tarp protection on the utility room. All right, we're keeping the stove pretty warm, and that definitely helps to decrease the humidity in the house. Rich is doing some remediation with the fans up here. We did a couple of things. First, he turned up the ceiling fan so it's spinning faster. And that's pulling the hot air up to the ceiling, should help. Second, as you can see, we cleaned up a lot in this area, but he's got a fan going. He also opened the window because it's 39 degrees out, so it's a fairly warm day. And we went to Ace Hardware and we bought a 7-foot long slant fin 30. We're gonna connect that into the loop and get some heat up here. We made it worse. So opening that window, for some reason, condensation has now formed on the ceiling.
And I thought that getting some air in here would be a good thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Worse. It wasn't like this.
No, it was just 5 minutes ago. Happened quick.
It did.
Sorry about that, honey. Just trying things.
I know. So, moral of the story? Don't open the windows and let the cold air in.
Don't let the cold air in.
Right.
Even if it's drier.
All right, well, we closed up the windows and the wood stove is cooking and it's already drying up.
I hate ruining insulation.
Before we finish the ERV unit, we have to get the plumbing vent for the second floor bathroom up in there.
So we would just put a sill plate right there.
A sill plate?
Right, that'll be our wall plate.
Oh, right. Okay. So Rich and I came up with a solution for the ERV pipe dilemma, the mold and the condensation dilemma, and the vent pipe for the bathroom sink in the second floor dilemma.
That's right. We are going to reconfigure this whole wall. And we've seen, like, everybody's seen TV shows, right, where they do double walls, right, to get extra insulation in there. So I think that's what this is going to be. A 2x6 wall on top of a 2x6 wall. This is a north wall. We obviously got a problem, so let's solve everything.
We'll be able to hide the ERV pipe within that wall. We'll be able to hide the vent pipe for the sink within that wall.
Right. So now that we got a plan, it's time to start cutting some holes. We're going to cut the vent first, and it's going to go right here, Kathy. Right about there.
Yep.
Then I got room I can cut the hole for the ERV, and then after that maybe I'll cut the hole for the dryer.
Sounds
right?
good.
Okay.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Where is it? Oh shoot, is it up in there? Yeah, so this is why you don't just drill and cut. So what I'm going to do is poke a screw through from underneath, just so I could see where it is. Alright, we got a spin in there. Alright, that's good. So we're finding out that this is not as easy as it looks.
It's so easy, so easy.
You really got to think 10 steps ahead. That's where my circle has got to go. I sure hope this pokes out upstairs somewhere in a good place. Let's go see what it looks like upstairs. Alright, so that could be a potential problem because I originally wanted it to come out all the way close in the corner here, and now I'm way out over here, which stinks. We're gonna have to go and talk to the boss on this one. Alright, so I checked with my better half. We really have to get this closer. It's definitely no good. If I could get it about here, maybe. I'm gonna see. So we're gonna have to draw another circle. And in true fashion, we have this. Just happened to notice while I'm working over here. Not sure how long that's been flashing, but now I got to deal with this. So it's going to come up, it's going to go on an angle, and it's going to come up, and it's going to poke out somewhere right here.
Perfect.
That'll be to the edge.
Yeah.
To the top edge.
Top edge. Okay. It's been really, really unseasonably warm. Today is February 16th. It's currently 46.6 degrees outside, 54.5 in the dome, and we don't even have a fire going. We don't want to waste the wood if we don't need to. We still do, however, have a humidity problem in the house.
This place is muddy. Just a little over 300. Be careful over there. I sunk up to my knees right here, man. I'm surprised.
We just got 525 gallons. It's been exactly 108 days since November 1st. And that means we've used about 5 gallons a day right now. You know, some days are better than others. I know there were a few days where we're using 8 gallons a day. And that should just get better over time.
That should get better over time. That's actually not even that bad considering the conditions that we're in right now. No insulation. Oh, what just happened to this thing? I think I broke it. I broke it.
You broke it?
I broke the drill bit off in the hole that I need to drill. This is why everything takes so long. So the drill started to bite and I snapped that bit, the pilot bit, off. That usually sticks out to about here.
And goes through so you know where it is?
Yeah.
There's no... okay, I just don't have words.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not funny, but if we don't laugh, we'll cry.
I don't know if I got another one. The only issue is now that it's broken off inside the hole that I need to drill, it's right in the way of the hole that I need to drill.
You can't make stuff like that up, Rich.
And you can't drill a drill bit without having some issues there. It's going to bind up again. So
there's got to be a trick to getting it out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to drill with a regular drill bit all the way through and go from the outside in. All right, so what else can we do? Well, we can work on this vent. Let's see, if I push this up here.
Uh-huh.
Be like something like that. Something like, well, is it in there good?
I don't know. I can't get it in.
All right, well, just put it in as best you can and then let go of it so it stays.
I think that's it. The walls are drying out good.
Well, that's good.
I'm so happy right now. These walls are dry. I can't believe they dried up. We just have a little bit of a mold issue up there still.
Measure on the floor up there?
I don't know. You lost a tape measure, a pair of glasses, broke a drill bit. What else?
You're doing good, but I just found the tape measure.
It's just one of those days. Mama said there'll be days like this. Oh, this is a screw, not a nail.
No, it's a nail with special teeth.
Oh, nail it all the way.
No,
that'll work.
All right, lunch.
Oh, thank God. All right, well, it's 5 o'clock. We did not use any heat all day, and inside the dome is currently 56.7. No wood stove. The only thing that went on a couple of times was the boiler, because the thermostat is in the bedroom, and it's set to 60 degrees. And even with it set to 60 degrees, it is 63 in here. The snow is melting. We have a total mud disaster, but everything is great. Okay, good morning. It is 18 degrees outside right now. When we woke up this morning, it was 9 degrees outside and 43 degrees in the dome. And upstairs, he's got the electric heater and the fan on because it is frozen. And if you look up at the ceiling, you might be able to see the crystals of ice. It's cold here. You can see the window, but part of the reason for that is because we, A, took all the insulation out of the wall so it dries, and B, this part of the dome is no longer covered with the tarp.
If you look back here, behind the insulation,
yeah,
ice. What?
So back to ERV pipes today to get this air.
Yeah, and that spins off into the wash machine, drain, and vent, which I am struggling with because most wash machine drains are only about 36 inches down into the ground. We're going 8 feet up and over. The thing is, the ERV pipe has to basically go underneath the vent and drain. So yeah, that's where we're at. So the trap can't be in the way of the ERV pipe that goes out. So I pulled yet another piece of insulation because we're probably going to make some changes on that box, right? And so this is kind of like what we're dealing with here as far as the insulation goes. I mean, it is just...
Oh no.
This is like that everywhere. That's why it looks like it never dries, because it never dries.
How can it? It's worse than a sponge.
Yeah.
If it's like that over here, what's it like over there?
The same. That's
why we had that puddle.
So I pulled it, I put a block of wood, and I ripped out the wet stuff over here on the first like 6 or 8 inches of it that I could reach. And it's drying up, you know.
Yeah.
The drain is the center pipe. The vent is the pipe on the right. And the pipe all the way on the left is the exhaust for the boiler. Alright, let's go see where that is. Outside. That looks good, right? Smack in the middle of a thing, which is nice. Cut the hole from outside now. Alright, that's the second layer of sheathing. There's my hole. Man, it's windy out here. We're running against the wind.
Smell that glue.
It
looks good, honey. That's great. So that's going to get cold, fresh air.
It's funny, when the wind was blowing, you could hear it go. Support this while I go outside and push this on.
Okay. Look what the deep freeze did. Rusted it and made all the paint chip off the doorknob. Looks good.
Oh, Kathy, I need you to lean on that pipe again.
I'm straight.
Yeah, let it go. So my drain is in place. So now that this is all in, I can go ahead and put my ERV in the hole there. So I got to cut that. So I picked up this thing on Amazon. It's got a little screen across it for the critters. Convertible for intake and exhaust. All you have to do is remove the hood and you can take out the little flapper. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll see about that. Well, as much as I hate cutting holes in the exterior of this house, I have to do this. It's not pretty. Just need to trim it. All right. Our exhaust is going to be on this side. The intake is going to be on the other side. And you might be wondering why I didn't finish up the exhaust up there. It's because I don't have all the pieces I need. And I'll just do that when the weather gets a little bit nicer. This will be the last one for today, I think. Okay, remove this for intake. Perfect. I tried to take some safety precaution here. Important not to fall on that.
That makes me nervous. A little sketchy.
this one doesn't have the flapper in it. All right, now that one is in, the rest should be easy. So
look at this.
I know, it's terrible. Oh, that looks really good, Kath.
It does.
Now we got our intake on this side of the house, and we got all our venting on this side of the house. Everything is within proper distance according to code and all the other good instructions on these things. Now we could just work on getting all our pipes hooked up. That was huge. That looks pretty good. I'll take that.
You're not going to take the whole thing down.
Just this one. I'm on a roll. You wiggle. Oh, that one went right in, babe.
That's because it takes two, baby.
It takes two, baby. Something like that.
That's going to be hot and sharp.
Don't run away. So turn that which way you think you need it.
There.
All right, I think we got it.
It's worse. Everything is soaked today. Boy. What?
The caulk.
Ooh, why'd the caulk do that?
It's not dry, that's for sure.
It just literally like dripped.
It's totally wet.
It's totally soaking wet. How can it dry if it gets wet?
I don't know, we need to dry it.
How?
I don't know.
Oh boy. And that's him driving on the driveway. Gotta love that driveway alarm. We just moved all this cardboard that was stored here. It's completely soaking wet. All the boxes we had here saved are destroyed.
I got most of my stuff hooked up here. All I have to do is get this last two connections here going down below, and we should be ready to get this up and running. There's my pipe up in there. There's no way I'm going to get a piece of pipe through here, so I'm going to have to just cut this out of here. Now I could get my piece of pipe through that stud bay. It actually looks better that way. I don't even know why it was like it was in the first place. We'll put a few screws.
This is a blower. Did you do this one?
Sucker.
Oh, right, that's a sucker. Okay, so we have two suckers and a bunch of blowers.
And if it doesn't work, then I'll be the sucker. Okay, this is the moment of truth. I'm very excited. I've been working at this for a long time. Here's our unit. I can't believe it's done. It's the exhaust going out the wall, obviously. The other one is the one that supplies fresh air to the house. On the other side is the return of the stale air. And then up in there is our fresh air supply from outside. We have pipes everywhere. My suction from the stale air from the house. It all goes in here. Goes upstairs. Over there we got a fresh air supply to the closet area. And hey, don't we have fresh air going into the kitchen?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't finish that one. All right, but that's good enough. So yeah, there's that. We have our bedroom supply with fresh air over here. Again, dark up in the corner there. There's a suction here in the bathroom. It's going to remove some of the humidity in here, hopefully. This pair of wires here would simulate my thermostat. When I touch these two wires together, the whole system should turn on. I hear something.
I hear it.
Oh yeah, it's sucking. It's got good suction.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I feel the air. You feel it?
I do.
Stand here.
I do feel it. It's nice and subtle. I was fearing that it was going to blow on me like crazy.
It's very subtle.
Here's the unit working.
The closet one's blowing a lot.
Yeah, because that's the closest one, right? So there you go. You could see the ribbon moving a lot on this one. We're going to definitely close this one off a little bit to get more upstairs. Upstairs is important. Oh yeah, it is moving the ribbon. So yeah, how cold is this air, right? It's not super cold though.
It's not.
I got two left. We gotta buy more.
This one and the closet are the most important.
All right, let's put this one on.
Closed. Don't lose that tool.
I got a bunch of them. On the ceilings and stuff, you'll have a grill.
Oh, right.
And then this tool will reach right in the center and you can make your adjustments while it's all finished.
Now, I don't want one of those in the bathroom.
No. The bathroom I want
full suck.
I want full suck in the bathroom.
You got it done by the end of the day like you said you would.
Yeah, I've been working on it for a long time. I've been working like a dog. I can't wait to see how the humidity levels change in this house because that's one of the main reasons we want to do this.
It's going to help. It is going to help. Does the blower have to be on at the same time as the sucker all the time?
Yes.
That sucks.
No, that blows.
That means every time we take a shower, we have to have a sucker and a blower going for like 30 minutes?
Right. You'll have fresh air going to the house. Yeah.
That sucks.
No, that blows.
The air actually smells
good. Fresh.
Yeah, really good and fresh. We're loving it. And Rich is just going to throw this little pipe up.
Yes. And we are out of diffusers, so I made my own with some red tape.
Oh, it's impressive, Rich.
That's going to work.
We have fresh air.
Oh, it's going to be so much easier to sleep and breathe in here because, yeah, we make so much dust. So anyway, in case you don't know who I am, all you newcomers to the channel, I'm Rich.
And I'm Kathie.
And we are creating a simpler life here in the Adirondacks.
But it's not simple.
Simple doesn't mean easy.
See you on the next video.
See you on the next video. Oh my God!
What?
We have to insulate the intake pipe. It's frosted.
Hold on. What? I'm coming. Hold on. I'm bringing a flashlight.
With frosty ice.
Oh no. Oh no.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
It's only been running like a half an hour.
Whoa.
That's why they want you to...
It's covered in frost.
Right.
So that's that cold air now coming into our house.
That's our intake.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, we got to do this.
We got to shut it off. Let it defrost, and we'll wrap it tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to defrost. It's supposed to go down to -5 tonight.
Our newly acquired free recliner. A friend was getting rid of it. It's nice to have a little comfort. Now we could cuddle in front of the fire, honey.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some wear and tear on it.
It's okay. We don't have any furniture right now, so.
See, does it work?
Oh, it looks comfy.